How to get sponsorships from local businesses. Starting small. Regardless of how small or big a sponsorship is, it still means a lot for an athlete to get them. That's why growing athletes who want to get better sponsorship opportunities need to start small. Hey guys, welcome to Creative. Here we use our passion for the game to change the game. Every week we talk about solutions that can truly change the business of sports. Today, we'll show you how to get sponsorships from your local businesses. Revolutionize the game, and don't forget to tackle that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything in the future. There's no denying that the sporting industry has boomed over the recent years, with the industry raking in over millions to billions of dollars. Because of this, the competition has become fiercer. Even getting local sponsorships can be difficult in certain areas. Young athletes often ask the question, how to get sponsorships from local businesses? And often get the same answer. Build your following. Now, this is neither true nor false. It's true that social media following is required to get sponsorships, but it's not the only thing that you should care about. So let's dive into it. How do you get local sponsorships from the businesses around you? Well, athletes often make the dreaded mistake of focusing on the technicalities of things, like the amount of followers they have online, when in reality, companies are more likely to work with athletes who have a deeper understanding of the value of sponsorships. That's why the first thing that you need to do is to start looking into why local businesses would be interested in a sponsorship program with you to begin with. Just like a marketer, you want to get to know your local businesses. There could be a variety of reasons why local businesses want to get sponsors. There's increasing sales, improving brand awareness, and more. But most local businesses use sponsorships to tap into audiences they're not yet reaching. What most people don't understand these days is that consumers have changed. Fans have changed. Gone were the days wherein companies could easily persuade them to make a purchase, unless they know you as a credible and trustworthy source. They're less likely to transact with you. And because building relationships with such passionate audiences like sports fans takes time, companies work with trusted athletes to reach them. Before you start listing down the various local companies that you want to work with, you need to take some time and get to know them. What are their goals? What could you and your fan base possibly offer to them? The answer to these questions will help you narrow down the number of businesses that you need to reach out to. Additionally, it'll help you get a better understanding of who you can work with in the future. Athletes often make the common mistake of just jumping into every sponsorship opportunity that they see, not taking into account the nitty-gritty of being sponsored. The brand building process and the getting to know the needs of your clients. What they don't know is that local businesses are smart about the investments they make into marketing, and that, of course, includes sponsorships. They want to work with athletes that can help them achieve their goals, not just some player with the wrong fan base. So in order for you to get sponsorships from local businesses, you need to have the kind of sports fans they need. If your demographic doesn't fit their needs, you'll have a harder time getting that sponsorship. That's why the first thing that you should do is to get to know your fans. So we brought this up before, focused fan base. How do you get to know your fans? If you've had fans for a while, yet you still don't know anything about them, now's the right time for you to start doing your research. In order for you to know the kind of sponsorships to aim for, you need to know your fans and their demographic information. You need to know whether your fans are the kind of audience that your sponsor needs. Once you know this, you'll be able to identify the kind of company that you can work with in the future. Get to know them better by asking them to answer questionnaires or participating in surveys. Keep in mind that sponsors work with athletes in hopes of accessing certain sports fans they don't often get to interact with. Whenever businesses, local or not, reach out to athletes or teams for sponsorship opportunities, it's usually because they are connected to a certain crowd of sports fans. So if you're already eyeing certain local businesses in your area, then you need to make sure that you've got the demographics they are looking for. You want to start building your brand. As we've mentioned earlier, a lot of athletes focus too much on the idea of getting sponsors and earning money, not in the actual process of getting things that they need in order to become sponsored, like building their own brand. Some players think they can skip out on the entire process of brand building, when in reality, brand building is the ultimate key to getting local sponsorships in the first place. For athletes, the truth of the matter is that their career in the sporting industry is fleeting. Anything can happen in one day that can ultimately make or break their career. That's why they inspire to be like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Michael Jordan, as well as every other professional athlete that thrived after they retired. And one good way of ensuring that the good things don't stop after the games are done is by improving one's marketability. The likes of Jordan, Stephen Curry, and other well-known athletes get their billion-dollar sponsorships from the marketability that they got from their brands. What a lot of athletes don't understand is that a well-developed and well-managed personal brand is the key to improving one's marketability. By establishing who you are to sports fans right away, they no longer mistake you as just another player. Audiences in business will be able to differentiate you from every other athlete on the field. And by being consistent about who you are as a brand, you gain sports fans' trust. In today's competitive sports industry, fans have become skeptical of the people they support. They don't want to be associated with selfish athletes who only care about themselves. They become wary of surface level relationships they have with players. Nowadays, they want to associate themselves to people that are true and trustworthy. They want to look up to athletes that care about the same things that they care about. And the only way they can figure this out is through personal brands and athletes have built for themselves. So besides allowing you to be differentiated from other athletes, a brand also helps you become more recognizable. Part of your brand building is the creation of your logo, your brand language, etc. By building your brand, you get to learn how you can market yourself to other fields, allowing you to secure a future once you retire. So we have a previous video on brand discovery. Let's explore that a little bit in this video. There's no denying that the brand building process is not easy. It takes a lot of time and energy, not to mention that it's an ongoing process that you'll have to go through during your career. But the brand building process is considered to be a must for athletes who want to be successful both on and off the field. Now that things have drastically changed in the sporting industry, it's not enough for athletes to just be good at their game. They need to build strong relationships and reputations to sports fans. And when you got your head in the game, it's hard to get a clear brand strategy for yourself. So instead of letting yourself go through the process blind and clueless, brand discovery helps you map out various steps that you need to prioritize when building your brand. It gives you a clear picture of the kind of businesses and sports fans you can connect with. A solidified brand is the key to getting sponsored by local businesses. So, how do you get sponsored in the right way? It's not surprising why most athletes ignore the importance of building one's brand. With training and gameplay in their minds, it's hard to keep the brand building process in mind. Thankfully, there are agencies like us that are willing to help you out. Besides assisting you through the entire brand building and discovery process, we'll help you build a brand identity that can be recognized by your fans. With a solid brand behind you, getting sponsorships from both local and major companies will be much easier. We hope you guys loved today's video, and if you want to learn more about the great solutions that can truly change the game, again, don't forget to tackle that subscribe button, and why don't you give us a like as well. This is Zach with Creatitive, where business is our sport.